Hey, we the only team don't play games. Championship rings need champagne. Babylon can't stop this campaign. Rampage, guess I know why the heathen rage. Cause the guys be bringing it out. This kingdom we bringing it down. Lost sheep we'd have been found. Wait until we get a crown. Crown talk, yeah, this that crown talk. Nehemiah don't want to be like Nino Brown now. Cause this that king talk. Real life king talk. Like Solomon, I see things clearly like a greenhouse. The wordplay can't get colorful. The scriptures cutting you the butter too. Not to mention we a living legend. Don't know what to do when a myth is standing right in front of you. You better watch and just take notes. The Father sent a flood, then a rainbow. But his son coming back with fire. So it ain't gonna be no more scapegoats. Let me tell you what the prophecy, unparalleled with the prophecies. Stopping fritz, bodies in the street. My people property in this monopoly. Call it America, where the dreams come true. When nightmares and the demons come too. The sodomite agenda. I don't give a damn if you offended. Cause this
First Peter chapter 4 and verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God.
So, it said, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. Now, the oracles of God is the law. So, if you're teaching the Bible, you have to be teaching God's law.
That's right.
Always. Because we can't lean on our own understanding. Get that. Lean on our own understanding. You said, Proverbs 5. Yeah. Lean on our own understanding. Because we have to get understanding from God so we can be able to teach. Because whatever we coming up out of our mouth, it's going to be a lie. And we'll be just like the what? The Christian pastor, right?
Proverbs 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding.
Then lean not unto your own understanding. Because like the brother was just bringing out, you have to be keeping the law first. So you got to get yourself right as a man. Then you come out, then you start to study, learn, and apply. Then once you apply those things, you come out here and teach your people their nationality. Right. Just like we were teaching you. You know, come back around this way, bro. Yeah. Then you come out here and start teaching the people what they must do to get to the kingdom of God. So how do we get the kingdom of God? By what? So what's the next step for you to do? You just brought out law. Clean yourself up, right? By doing what? What's the law you just brought out to you? Yeah. Yeah, Leviticus 21, 5.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Now, you just brought this out for you? Yeah. You can't shave off the corner of your beard. Now, I know you're looking at me. Yeah, I know. You like I got a clean face. But look, yeah, I know. Look, like you said, you know, you can't be a hypocrite. Right. You know, you got to be doing the law. Now, you looking at me, I probably got a clean face, but I may have a clean face, but I'm keeping the law. You know, wherever that grows on my face, I let it grow. I don't shave it off. Right. So that's what you have to do. Now, the next thing is get Numbers 15 and 38. Numbers 15 and 38. This is another commandment that we have to follow.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So, do you know what fringes are? Exactly, as you already know. So, what is these for? So, you already know a little bit about what is these fringes for? Okay, we're going to read it out.
And speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. And they put up on the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So we have to wear these fringes throughout our generation. So that's another commandment you have to apply to your life to get yourself right. So that knowledge and understanding of the Messiah will build upon you. Right? As you continue to read, it's going to open up more knowledge to you. By proving yourself, where you just read out in verse 15. You got to show yourself approved. So and once you do that, you teach others to do the same thing.
And it shall be unto you for a friend, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
Yeah, so you may look upon the fringes. For instance, this will help you. Like the Bible says, do not commit adultery, right? So what that means? Don't have sex outside of marriage. Oh, there you go. So you know when a sister is walking by, you know to look away constantly, because if you look on that sister, this is what you're gonna be doing. Give me Matthew 5. This is what you're gonna be doing right here. Christ had brought this out. Yeah.
Matthew 5 and 27. Ye have heard it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Now, this is Christ. He just quoted the Old Testament, a commandment, right? Read.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her,
Said, whosoever look on a woman to lust after her, read.
had committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Now, you committed adultery already in your heart. Now, you didn't do the physical act, but guess what? You thought on it. You thought on it to sleep with that woman.
Right.
Christ just said, you look on that woman to lust after her, you meaning to lay with her, have sex with her, you committed adultery already. So guess what? The fringe will help you. As you look on that woman, you turn completely away. Yeah, look at the fringes, touch the fringes. Make it helps you keep the law. So that's another commandment. So we have to do those things. So do you know a little bit about holy days? Sabbath day, you put it that way. Yeah. Okay, what you know about the Sabbath day? Yeah, you say they like you want to help the brother keep the Sabbath day, you go and pick him up. That's another thing. You can help that. You can help that brother keep the Sabbath holy. You know, those are the type of things. But let's get there a little bit.
Look at Exodus 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Now, what is the Sabbath day? What day does it fall on throughout the week?
Everybody got different opinions.
You got different opinions. Okay, well, what is the first day of the week?
Sunday.
Sunday, right? So the last day is what?
Saturday.
Okay, there you go. Answer. Right there. So, read that back over.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Come on.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So that's the Sabbath day. It's the holy day. It's the day of rest. You know what I'm saying?
In it, thou shalt not do any work. Nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So no one is supposed to be doing work at all.
Right.
So this is your day of worship. So your day of rest, like you just said. Now go to Leviticus 23 and 2.
I like to say God's day of rest, but our day of worship. That's what I like to say.
Leviticus 23 and verse 2.
Come on.
Speak unto the children of Israel,
Come on.
and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord.
Now, this is a feast. The Sabbath day is actually a feast. Every single day, every single week. On the Sabbath, on the Saturday, that falls into a feast day for us. Right. It's also a feast. So rest, no work, and a feast day, right?
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation.
Come on.
Even these are my feasts.
Come on.
6 days shall thou work. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
Now, hold on. Go back up. It said holy convocation. You know what that is? A holy convocation is a holy large gathering of people. So, like you just said, we have to come together, right? As a people to give it. We have to come together as a people to keep the Lord's Sabbath day. Because you just read that Moses was speaking to Israel. He was speaking to Israel to come together to keep the Sabbath day, to keep a feast. Because guess what? What our people do every week? Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday, shit, go out by 10, 11 o'clock, be out till Sunday, 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah, there you go. We go out every week. We have something to do every week. We party, we go into the club, we going to do evil things together, right? Read.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
So we're a nation not desired. We are a nation not desired. So he said we have to gather ourselves. And guess what? We have to gather on the Sabbath day.
Right.
When we just bring it out. Now we're gonna bring us some things we cannot do on the Sabbath. Give me Exodus 35:3.
We got half the black community going to church on Sunday. How are we going to get them to gather together on Saturday?
Right here, what we doing? Showing the truth.
They will literally look at all of this. Not me now. They will literally look at all this and continue to let their Bible sit on their dresser and continue going to church on Sunday.
Because it's like we just bring it out. We have to come out here and show them. Because some of our people, we don't want. If you want to have something from a nigga, what you have to do? What it say? If you want to have something from a nigga, that's a proverb. Put it in a book, right? Our people don't read. We just go to the church to listen to the pastor. So it is our job. It's our job. Yeah. Even the pastor do the same thing. He don't read in church. But guess what? This is something we have to come out and teach our people.
Exodus 35:3.
Come on.
Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitation upon the Sabbath day.
Now he said we shouldn't kindle no fire. This is going to cook. I'm going to another precept to show you this is talking about cooking.
Right.
So we shouldn't kindle no fire on the Sabbath day. Here's all?
That's it.
All right, go to chapter 16 and 23. So I'm gonna show you another precept where it's talking about we shouldn't cook or boil on the Sabbath day.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse. Exodus. I'm sorry. Exodus 16 and 23.
Bring it out.
And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
Now, this is another thing that this word follows. Now, it's another timeline. Because according to the Bible, the Sabbath actually starts on Friday at evening. I'm going to show you that. Okay, I'm going to show you that. Read that.
Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye shall bake today, and see it ye will see it.
So that's going. It says bake that which you will bake today, and see it meaning boil or fry what you gonna boil. So on the morrow you can have it laying up to at room temperature. You don't have to cook it or warm it up, right?
And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
Okay, all praises. So give me that Nehemiah. So we gotta show you the timeline. Hold it. Give me Daniel 7:25 first.
I tell you another problem black folks have. They don't equate the Bible with world history.
Yeah.
See how y'all got world history right here?
Yeah.
Y'all talking about they don't put two and two together.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how we know.
I just figured that out last year, and I've been studying since 2005.
All praise. So I'm gonna show you according to the scripture what you just said. You got that?
Look, the book of Daniel, the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25.
Come on.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
So he says,
What chapter and verse
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
now read back over.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Now, the nation of Esau that was born into the last day, Esau is going to be ruling the world. He's going to be speaking great words against the Most High. Read.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Now, this is how he wore out the saints of the Most High. So, do you know who the saints are?
We are.
We are. Okay, I'll praise it. Said this is how they wore us out: in slavery, captivity, and bondage. Right?
And to think to change times and law.
To do what?
Think to change times and law.
To change times and law. Because who changed the Lord's holy day to Sunday? White folks did that, right? Guess what? We just had what? That was this past Sunday. We had what? Daylight savings, right? They changed time, right? And what?
Time and law.
They changed the laws of God. They changed the laws of God.
Now, the person on the outside will tell you immediately how do we know that they didn't change time.
He just showed you.
I know
they
y'all
were
just showed me.
What?
I'm, you know how, you know.
Sunday, the Sabbath day. We
No,
just showed you.
she said it changed God's law. Man had changed God's law. We just admitted that white man had changed God's law. So someone from the outside will immediately tell you how do we know that they didn't change God's law.
We just showed you. The Sabbath day. That Sabbath day, that's the law we were supposed to keep. our people, they do what? They cook on Friday. They go out and party on Friday. This is another thing that has not been tolerated. Give me Nehemiah.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
Now, on the Sabbath day, the stores are open, right? There shouldn't be no buying, no selling, no cooking, no doing nothing on the Sabbath, right? It's a Sabbath of rest. So everything is supposed to be shut down, right?
That we should not buy it of them on the Sabbath day or on the holy day.
Or on any other feast days. Because you know any other feast, according to the Bible, the holy days, God's high holy days. Because most of our people don't even know that. Like the Passover that's coming up. The new moon.
We know about it, but we don't know how to say it.
Yeah, no.
We don't know how to observe
Yeah,
it.
see, some of our people don't even know.
If we see it on the calendar, we don't know.
Yeah, because they what? They know what? They know what? Christmas.
Yeah.
They know Thanksgiving. They know 4th of July.
Advertised and put out in front of
There you
us.
go. That's going into time. They change the time. Law. That's what it's going into. Right? Finish it up.
That we would leave the 7th year in the execution of every debt.
So, that's what they did. They come out and bound the Sabbath day. Now, going off from there, I want to ask you something. Are you married? Are you dealing with someone? All right, so give me that right here. Exodus 22. Give me Hebrews 13. Yeah, 13.
I honestly love this. I was sitting listening to y'all all day.
Okay, all right. So this is another thing. We're going to bring out another law for you.
Book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Now it said marriage is honorable in all. They say boyfriend and girlfriend. Alright, I'll pray.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers,
But what?
whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Now it says whoremongers. This is going into boyfriend and girlfriend. Because you cannot find boyfriend. Hey, brother, right here. Come back. Come on, let me.
Yeah, I already told him I'm on a mission already.
You on a mission?
Yeah, my wife just pulled up. I'm out of gas over here.
All right, I'll pray. All right, but when you get a chance, brother, just come back, all right?
I got you.
All right.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
Come on.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
So how you think God is going to judge you? Because he says whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. So how you think God is going to judge you? Hold on, wait a minute. Give me
The book of Exodus chapter 22 and verse 16.
We know what the whores are.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed,
So,
and if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed,
so he said, if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, what does that mean? Okay, promise. Engaged to. That's what it's going into, betrothed. So, read back up.
and if a man entice a maid,
Now, if you entice the maid, meaning you speak game to the sister to try to get with her, right?
that is not betrothed,
She is not promised to anyone. She is not engaged to anyone, really.
and lie with her,
So have you lied with the sister? 6. Oh, man. Read.
and lie with her,
Come on.
he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
You got to marry this sister.
I'm waiting on it. I'm trying. Like I said, I'm waiting on it. I'm ready for it.
You ready for it? But right here.
I'm following you. I'm following you.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
You have to marry this sister. Y'all both got to get married. So it's time for you to do that because give me Deuteronomy 28. So,
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of the law, them will the Lord bring unto thee until thou be destroyed.
So this is the curse. We have to do those commandments because guess what? Eventually, Most High is going to bring a curse upon you. He's going to bring a plague upon you. Now, so either you got to, according to Exodus 22 and 16, you have to marry the sister or stop dealing with the sister. Because you already said you got what, 2 kids by her, right? Y'all been married for 4 years. Go ahead, downtown and sign the papers. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
So why would I go downtown and give a dollar to God before man first?
We gonna do that.
And I asked that because I see a lot of people they go downtown to the courthouse before going to the auction. You know, you're supposed to do it that way. My opinion.
Now, according to
a lot of people go to the white man, you know, go to the courthouse.
Yeah, but listen, you have to understand. He just brought it. Go. Hold up. Hold it. I got you. Watch this. Go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Go back to that. To answer your question, what you said, why would you go to so-called white? Yeah, why would you go? Yeah, because you have to do this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy,
You going to serve your enemies, right? Read on.
which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in the want of all things.
Now it says in want of all things. Meaning if you want a birth certificate, right where you have to go. If you want a marriage license, what you have to do? You have to go to them. We have to go to them for everything because Most High took everything from us, our heritage from us, our land from us, because what? We did not want to keep his commandments. So he said he's going to send the other nations against us, so we have to go and serve them for the want of all things. Right? All right, I'll pray.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
42 and 7. Sirach 42 and 7. I'll pray. So, like I said, we have to go to the other nations for the want of all things. So, this is another thing. This is why we have to go to them, to get everything right.
The book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 7. Deliver all things in number and weight, and put all in writing.
Put everything in writing, because you have to prove to your family, your sons, you got sons and daughters, right? You have to be an example to them, to show that this is the right way a man is supposed to walk. So you have to do everything done in writing and wait.
I don't think you understood my question.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm good with the marriage part. But I'm saying why not go to the church and to the altar and get married first, and then go to the courthouse and get married.
Yeah. Go get in Titus.
The book of Tobit, chapter 7 and verse 13.
Come on.
Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father, and took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, Behold, take her after the law of Moses, and lead her away to thy father. And he blessed them.
Now, did we have to go to the church house? They weren't in the church house. They was at the parents' house, right? The parents led them and brought them together, right? You know?
Verse 14. And he called Agna his wife, and took paper.
And do what?
And took paper, and did write an instrument of covenant, and sealed it.
They wrote an instrument of covenant and sealed it. This is the law of Moses. We doing according to the Bible, not according to the world.
Right.
Because we have to. This is our custom, right here. Right. So we have to come back to how we supposed to do, follow instructions according to the Bible. So we come together. They write an instrument of covenant and sealed it, just like they do downtown. The same thing. You have to go down there and seal it, get that sealed. So it can show that she is your wife and you are her husband.
Tobit 8:19. Chapter 8, verse 19.
The book of Tobit, chapter 8 and verse 19.
Come on.
Then Raguel bade his servant to fill the grave.
19, not 18.
Oh, and he kept the wedding feast 14 days. And before the day of marriage was fulfilled, Raguel had said unto him by an oath that he should not depart to the 14th day of marriage.
So, this is the custom.
Where it expired.
All right, so they had a custom right here. So you understood what they just said? All right, so what did you say? So what was it? So it's like the 100. All right.
I want to say I know about what you're right.
Same thing they work. We have to go to the world for everything. But guess what? What they do is somewhere according to the law. Hey, brother, right here. Yeah. Hey, brother, come here. Let me show you something right quick. Show you what. Come around this way. Hey, sorry, let me get with the brother right quick. Now, do you know what we teach? I'm right here. Do you know anything about this? What you know? What's your name, by the way? Thomas? I'm Ferry, bro. Alright, so do you know what we're teaching right here? Alright, we're teaching
Y'all got
showing that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are God's chosen people. Have you ever heard that before?
Every Saturday.
Alright, so this is our history. Give me Deuteronomy 28. 28 and 15. Because let me ask you something else. What do you see yourself on the side right here? Huh? Yeah, where do you see yourself at right here? Yeah. You call yourself Western nationality. Hey, Larry. Come back. I'm still with you. I'm still dealing with you, man. All right, come on. All right. Where do you see yourself in? Where's your father? Your father's a so-called what? Is he what? Black? You know, African American? What? Black, right? So you be from the tribe of Jews. So I'm gonna just show you a little bit. All right.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
All right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Most High, he is cursing us because we didn't want to follow his laws and commandments. So this is what he did. He put curses upon us. Now you see the images right here. What do you see? You see what? Black people what? Being slaves, right? So was slavery a bad thing? What, was it a bad or a good thing?
It was a bad thing, but it was a good thing because you're going to curse the people.
Now, for you, if you was in slavery, would it be a good or a bad thing? Yeah, so affliction, you getting afflicted, is that good or bad? It's bad, right? So read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
It said, cursed shall you be in the city. So, and how are we cursed in the city today? Because back then, we was cursed in the cotton field, on the plantation, in the city, in the country, right? In the sun, from sun up to sundown. Right. That was a curse. So you bring it up to today, how are we cursed in the city? You don't know? All right. Where can you find the so-called black man? Majority of our people. Then you go to like Ridgeland. Then you go to right here, what? In Jackson. You gotta have to come to the hood to find our people, right? The so-called black man. You have to go to the hood, the ghetto, to find our people. And how does our community look? It look bad, right? Run down houses, look, border houses, right? You see that? We have potholes up and down the street. We have trash everywhere, right? All right, read on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So that's how we was cursed in the field. The sugarcane field, the sugarcane field, tobacco field. That's how we was cursed in the field. So this is the curse that was falling upon us, the Israelites. Read. Hold up, verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So it says, so our sons and our daughters shall be given unto another people. Who did that happen to? That happened to us, right? So you see a son and daughter being sold right here on the picture. That happened to us. That happened in history to us, right? Verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
It says it's going to be upon us for a sign and for a wonder. So how do you know we are on McDowell? You gotta look at the sign, right? How do you know you at what's this, McDowell Wine and Spirits? Yeah, look on the sign. So to figure out who you are according to the Bible, you have to go to the signs and see does this point you out, right? Read on.
And a wonder upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Now,
for the abundance of all things.
Yeah, for the abundance of all things. Now I'm gonna show you one more. I'm gonna show you one more curse. Give me verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now it says the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. Now, according to that, Egypt is synonymous for bondage, right? Because that was that was what we was captives at in Egypt, right? Read.
And by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more enemy.
So, who sold us? Hey, Larry, come back.
You gotta head out.
You gotta head out? Okay, I'll praise you. So, who is our enemy? Who sold us? Who took our kids from us? Who? White folks, right? Those are our enemies, right? Read on.
For bond man.
For what?
Bond man.
Slave man.
And bond women.
And slave women. So that happened to our people in slavery. We was taken, let me show you. Slave ships right here. Our history is in the Bible. Slavery is in the Bible. Us going on the electric slave trade, that happened to us.
Right.
That happened to the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That happened to us. Our history is in the Bible. So that's what we have to do. We have to come out here and show our people.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.